What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Operation 7 Revolution for the PlayStation 4. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is Reliable Helper, which is to get 10 assists per game, and you need to achieve that 30 times. The descriptions for some of the trophies in this game can be kind of interesting because this was a game that was only sold in the Hong Kong store, so the translations are a little off. But I do want to make note before this video starts that if you are interested in going for this platinum, it is currently unobtainable, and it will be unobtainable forever just because these servers are down. So anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this video. The services for this game, again, did end on, I believe it was September 2nd, so you cannot do this game anymore, but this was always a game that I kind of wanted to do. I had somewhat of interest in, but I just didn't have people to do it. With the servers going down, there was a few people that wanted to do it, and we did it. I do want to thank everyone that helped, that being Katz, Simon, and Taz. I do appreciate everything that you guys did to help get this platinum, and we all ended up getting the platinum as well, so it was well deserved, I guess you could say. But this is a game that you could theoretically knock out in like 2 days if you were being extremely efficient and you knew exactly what you were doing before you went into it. The thing is that we were neither efficient nor did we know what we were doing when we went into this. So this game took a little bit longer than anticipated. The other thing is we could only really stand playing this game for a few hours before we kind of lost our mind, because it's a very repetitive game, and the things that you have to do are kind of stupid. Like the trophy I'm going for right here, you had to get 10 assists in 30 different matches. Now, obviously, I could have gone for this while other people were going for their kill-related stuff. That's where the inefficiency came in, but again, that was just us being kind of stupid and just wanting to get certain trophies done earlier than others, without fully reading in and doing everything else. I did mention in the intro that the trophies for this game are quite interesting, at least the description for them is. So this is a game that was only sold in the Hong Kong store. It was actually free to play, and the translations between Hong Kong, their language, I'm not sure off the top of my head, and to English are quite interesting, and they just have some trophies that really just don't make sense when you read them, or you don't know what it means. Like, there's a trophy where you have to get like 50 kills being peerless, and to you and I, peerless would mean like you have people on your team but you're by yourself, but it actually means you get 50 kills while you're in that like unlimited health state right when you spawn in. So again, you don't really some of the trophies were kind of confusing because we didn't know exactly what they meant. We did have to do a little more research to determine what they meant, but all in all, we got through. And like I said, we weren't the most efficient when we were playing through the game and we were doing everything, but we did end up getting through, and it was quite the experience. Like I said, we could only really stand a few hours of the game before we kind of went a little crazy. This just isn't a game that I could sit there and just play hour after hour boosting. There's certain games where like when you boost it or you get trophies online with your friends, and you can literally sit there and play it for 5 to 10 hours straight if you really wanted to. But this was a game where like I just couldn't do that, between the gameplay, between the sound, the animations, the music, just between everything. It was just like, I can't take all of this game at one time, and that kind of sucked. But again, it took a little bit longer than anticipated, but you know, we got it done, and that's all that matters. Now, boosting it or doing all the trophies was actually fairly easy, just because you could set the lobby so that people couldn't join mid-match. Well, they could join mid-match, they could join your lobby, but they couldn't actually play the game, right? Then when you got back to the lobby screen, whoever was the host could just kick everyone out. So you couldn't earn XP or money or anything in private matches, because you did need money to buy like equipment. You know, if you wanted a new gun, you had to buy it. If you wanted grenades, you had to rent them. So it was kind of interesting. But you couldn't do it in private, but you basically had a private match, because you could allow people to not join mid-match, and then you could just kick those people out when you got back to the menu screen. So that's kind of nice. If you guys have ever played a Battlefield game or something online, when you rent a server, you can do the same thing. You can just ban people, you can kick them, you can ban them, you can do whatever you want to. It's kind of what you can do in this game, but you have to wait till you're back at the menu screen. So I'm not sure what's going on here. We're waiting. Oh, we were waiting. So basically, Simon and I were getting 10 assists each, and then we were just having Taz quit out. So that's all we were doing. Just because it saved time, you know, you would do a match in 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes. So you could double the amount of assists that you were getting per match if you just have the person on the other team leave the match. Obviously, neither Simon or I could leave because then we wouldn't have our stats saved. So anyway, there's Reliable Helper, and then we'll get this Platinum trophy just called a Platinum. Glad to get this game done. Got it done right before the servers shut down. But anyway, with all that being said, let's take a look at this list. Here it is, 100% with a Platinum, and if you know anything about this trophy list or you've ever looked at it before, it has a lot of trophies. It really does, and every trophy in this game is a bronze other than, I believe, 2 trophies, that being dying 1,000 times, which is a gold, and getting 1,000 kills, which is a silver. Everything else is a bronze, and I believe it has like 64 trophies. It's actually a really big list for what the game is, and the trophy images themselves are actually pretty decent looking for a free-to-play game, so I can appreciate that. But again, just reading through the trophy list, there's a lot of interesting translated trophies, and all in all, you have to do essentially a lot of things in the game in order to get everything done, and you have to do a lot of various things. You have to get unlockables for guns, you have to rent grenades and stuff like that, so there's a lot of stuff that you do have to do in order to get this Platinum. But like I said, when we did it, we were just super inefficient, and we didn't really look at what we were doing before we went into it, so that's on us. Anyway, here's the profile, trophy level 41, 3%. I've got 10,574 total trophies. I've got 7,293 bronze, 2,328 silver, 805 gold, 148 platinums, and like I said, 10,574 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And here is the Platinum trophy itself. So like I said at the beginning of the video 2 times, I think, if you are going for this Platinum, you cannot go for it anymore because these services are down. So I do want to apologize, I guess, on any trophy hunters, for any trophy hunters that wanted to go for this and didn't do it or are not able to do it. Anyway, like I said, the game is okay. It's not really the best of game when it comes to mechanics. It looks like decent. It's free to play, so again, there's not too much that you can really ask for from a free to play game, and I think it provided everything that you really could have asked for from a free to play game, so I can appreciate it on that stand. If I did have to rate this out of 10 for a difficulty, if you're going to, or if you did it with a bunch of friends and you didn't really play it legitimate, you're looking at like a 2-3 out of 10, really easy. Now, if you're doing it legitimate, there's a lot of really stupid things in the game that you have to do, like killing 100 people by shooting them in the forearm. I'm not really sure that you could do that consistently, so you're talking like probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10 if you were doing this legitimately and not with a group of friends. Time it takes, if you're doing it with a group of friends, maybe like 20-ish hours, I would say, somewhere around there. And if you're doing it legitimate, or if you did it legitimate without friends, you're probably talking, it really depends, but probably like 60 hours if you were doing it legitimate. So I'm not saying that what we did wasn't legitimate, but you know, playing with your friends and speeding things up is a lot easier to do, and it takes a lot less time. So anyway, that's that. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down in the description below. You'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch. If you want to go follow me on any of those things, I'd greatly appreciate it. You'll find a link to this trophy list on PSN Profile, so if you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link to that down in the description below. I will also leave a link to other videos like this, so if you want to go check any of those other videos out, again, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Let me know if any thoughts you have on the game, if you went for the Platinum, if you didn't go for the Platinum, anything like that. I would love to read it. And if you've made it this far, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.